Under the silver fern and the roar of the haka, a new star has risen. A teenager whose speed, humility, and quiet fire have captured the world of rugby. This is the untold story of Braxton Sorensen-McGee. The young black fern who defied expectation, broke records, and proved that age is no barrier when destiny calls. Welcome back to Skylight Waves, the home of life stories that inspire and ignite. If you love stories of raw talent, courage, and the making of legends, hit that subscribe button. Because today, we dive deep into the meteoric rise of Braxton Sorensen-McGee. Born for the game. Braxton Sorensen-McGee was born on October 26, 2006, in New Zealand. But her story began long before she ever held a rugby ball. She grew up in a rugby league family, surrounded by greatness. 5 of her relatives on her mother's side had worn the famous New Zealand Kiwis jersey. Her mother, Nicole, managed a local league club. And little Braxton would tag along, always itching to join the drills. As a child, she was the only girl in her boys' team at the Howick Hornets. But she stood out, often taking home tackle of the match or player of the match. She says with a laugh, "I was just that one girl who loved getting stuck in." She once tried playing soccer, her mum was a goalkeeper. But her uncle stepped in and said, "No, you're a league girl." That was all it took. At Auckland Girls' Grammar School, Braxton played both codes, league and union. And began to understand that her future might be written with an oval ball in hand. Her power, her pace, and her confidence caught everyone's attention. By her mid-teens, she was representing club and age grade sides across Auckland. The teenage breakout. At 16 years old, Braxton made her provincial debut for the Auckland Storm in 2023. Against seasoned veterans, she didn't just hold her own. She lit up the field with fearless runs and tactical awareness beyond her years. That season, she was crowned Rookie of the Year. A signal to the rugby world that something special had arrived. But success didn't make her comfortable, it made her hungry. In 2024, she co-captained the New Zealand Women's Under-18 Sevens team. At the Global Youth Cup in Auckland, they finished third after a close semi-final against Japan. But Braxton's leadership and composure turned heads nationwide. Then came a career-defining decision. She turned down a development contract with the New Zealand Warriors women in the NRLW. To chase her dream in rugby union. That choice, bold and fearless, would change everything. The Blues chapter. In 2025, Braxton joined the Blues in Super Rugby Aupiki. A league filled with stars she'd grown up admiring. She blended right in, sharp, quick, unpredictable. Opponents feared her acceleration, teammates trusted her instincts. Coaches called her ice-cool under pressure. Off the field, though, she was still just Braxton. Living at home with her mum and her dog, Thunder. Balancing training, media, and teenage life. A scholarship from the Tanya Dalton Foundation helped support her journey. Proof that her rise was as much about hard work as raw talent. Wearing the fern, the Black Ferns' dream. Then came the call every Kiwi girl dreams of, the Black Ferns. In May 2025, at just 18 years old, Braxton made her Test debut. In the Pacific 4 series against the Wallaroos in Newcastle. She scored 2 tries on debut, a perfect entrance to international rugby. Her pace, her vision, her calm presence, all signs of a player far beyond her years. She was called again for the July series, and every match proved her readiness for greatness. The World Cup phenomenon. Then came the grandest stage, the 2025 Women's Rugby World Cup. And this is where Braxton Sorensen-McGee transformed from rising star, to global sensation. Against Japan, hat-trick. Against Ireland, another hat-trick. 2 back-to-back hat-tricks in World Cup history, a record shared by only one other woman. And just one man, Julian Savia, the All Blacks legend from 2015. Her performance was electric. Lightning footwork, fearless tackling, and finishing instincts that made her unstoppable. By the end of the tournament, she was the top try scorer with 11 tries, the top point scorer with 69 points, and the most line breaks with 15. She even scored twice in the bronze final against France, securing a medal for New Zealand. At just 18, she became the youngest player in Black Ferns history to score double-digit tries in a single World Cup. Her name, Braxton Sorensen-McGee, was suddenly etched alongside rugby royalty, honors and achievements. Her performances didn't just earn applause, they earned history. At the end of the year, she was crowned World Rugby Women's 15th Breakthrough Player of the Year 2025, joining the ranks of the sport's greatest young talents. Add to that, top try scorer, 2025 Rugby World Cup. Top point scorer, 2025 Rugby World Cup. Most line breaks, 2025 Rugby World Cup. Bronze medalist with the Black Ferns. Rookie of the Year, Auckland Storm, 2023. Each award, each record, wasn't just a line on paper. It was proof that New Zealand had found its next generational talent. The person behind the player. Away from the cameras, Braxton is still grounded. A proud Auckland girl, loyal to her roots. Living with her mum and dog, Thunder. She's mentored by former British and Irish Lion Ricky Flutie, who helps refine her goal-kicking craft. And she often says her confidence comes from the people around me. A humble reminder that greatness grows in community. Braxton's teammates describe her as quiet, driven, and fearless. Her idols: Portia Woodman-Wycliffe. And if you ask her favorite Portia try, she smiles and says, all of them. Legacy in motion. At just 18, Braxton Sorensen-McGee has already achieved what many chase for a lifetime. But for her, this is just the beginning. A new generation of girls is now watching her highlights, seeing her in the black jersey, and believing, if she can do it, so can I. She's not just scoring tries. She's changing perceptions. She's showing the world that teenage talent, when nurtured with courage, can rewrite history. From Howick's muddy fields to the world's biggest stages, Braxton's journey is more than a rugby story. It's a reminder that greatness begins with one brave choice. To chase what you love, no matter who doubts you. If this story inspired you, drop a comment below. What do you think Braxton's future holds? And which rising rugby star should we feature next? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you never miss the stories that move the world of sport. This is Skylight Waves, where every legend begins with a heartbeat, and every story reminds us why we dream.